Aloha, welcome to Tiki Pizza. We got a great episode today. If you get a chance, check out our main channel, Chappie's Tiki Bar. Mookie will be there. So today we're doing a recipe from the pizza diet. It says, How I Lost 100 Pounds Eating My Favorite Foods and You Can Too by Pasquale Cozzolino. Okay, so supposedly this guy lost 100 pounds eating pizza. Basically, he does a brief explanation. He says most pizzas in the United States are made with highly processed white flour, which is very inexpensive. The downside is the white flour isn't very healthy for you. It's really no better than a white bread sandwich that raises your blood sugar just as rapidly. He says, for my pizza, I use a stone milled flour that is more nutritious because the grain is ground between two heavy stones. It's less processed and contains some germ and bran. The dough makes the pizza crust lighter and more flavorful. The special flour needs fermentation for a long time so the yeast can make the dough rise. It is certainly a more expensive and time-consuming process, but it's worth the effort because the result will help you lose weight. All right, so I'll put the pizza dough recipe in the description. We're just going to do a Hawaiian pizza, a recipe right from the Pizza Diet book. So check it out. All right, I'm just going to read an excerpt from The Pizza Diet. It says, a slice of life. The neighborhood where I grew up, Quartiere Spagnoli, was the poorest in Naples. Our family had just enough money to get by. My mother was a housewife and my father sold electrical supplies. We lived in a tiny apartment where I shared a bedroom with my two sisters. There was never extra money for luxuries, but every Saturday night, my parents would take us to a different pizzeria. In this historic center of Naples, there are over 600 pizzerias. There were choices everywhere. On Saturdays, as dinner time approached, I'd jump around the house with excitement. Neapolitan families got together over pizza. There was no food in the quartiere I loved more. Pizza has that childlike power. It's a special food with a mix of flavors and textures that complement each other perfectly. It's no wonder that so many people around the world say it's their favorite food. The first time I ate pizza, I couldn't have been more than 2 years old. My parents recall that it was love at first bite. Pizza was invented in Naples, and it's always going to be the basis for Neapolitan food. Growing up there, I always wanted more pizza. More and more and more. As a boy, I already made a decision. One day, I will be a pizza maker so I can eat pizza every day. My parents, unfortunately, had different ideas. When I turned 13, I was desperate to enroll in the local culinary high school on top of Polypso Hill, overlooking the entire Gulf of Naples. IPSSAR Ippolito Cavalcanti was one of the biggest cooking schools in all of Italy. The school had everything I wanted. Students got 30 hours a week of food training. Classes were taught by famous Italian chefs. If you wanted to be a chef in Italy, this was the school to attend. But my parents had other plans for me. They said no to culinary school. They signed me up for economic school. Working in a kitchen was no life for their son, they said. It was hot, sweaty work with long hours and low pay. So I went to economic school, and I hated it. After a year there, I sat my parents down and pleaded with them to let me go to change schools. The next fall, I was on my way. From the first day, it was thrilling. My teacher said he wasn't going to mislead us. This is a tough life. We work hard when everybody else is having fun. I didn't care. Let's go forward, I said. In the next 5 years, I learned almost everything there was to know about Italian and French cuisine. How to turn potatoes into gnocchi, how to bake delicious desserts, and of course, how to create the classic Neapolitan pizza. After graduating, I landed a job in the food service world working alongside my cousin Maurizio Gambino as a caterer backstage at rock concerts. The company called Giro Mangianando cooked for some of the world's biggest acts, U2, Muse, and Coldplay. Well, it may sound glamorous, it was a tough life, and my teacher had said it would be from the first day of school. It was a crazy life I tried after 10 years on the road. My dough moment. Back in Naples, as I walked through the Quartiere Spagnoli one evening, it hit me. The smoky scent of cooking pizza brought back wonderful childhood memories. That was it. Pizza, the most important food in my life. Pizza, the reason why I became a chef. If I cannot have pizza, I reason I cannot follow a diet. But what if I could make a healthier style? Knowing there's a pizza waiting for me in the middle of each day, I could follow any diet. That gave me motivation to push forward and develop my pizza diet. I experimented with ways to make pizza healthier and lower in calories. I started with techniques from back home in Naples and put my own spin on them. My pizza would be made with high quality ingredients and the dough would be the secret ingredient. Most pizzas in the United States are made with highly processed white flour, which is very inexpensive. The downside is the white flour isn't very healthy for you. For my pizza, I use stone milled flour that's more nutritious because the grain is ground between two heavy stones. It's less processed and contains the germ and the bran. The dough makes the pizza crust lighter and more flavorful. This special flour needs to be fermented for a long time so the yeast can make the dough rise and the gluten can be adequately broken down. So he says, my special dough recipes shared in this book for the first time will help you become leaner and healthier. So you'll reduce cravings and stay fuller longer. You'll lose weight quickly, and you'll virtually eliminate gluten sensitivity, and you'll live your healthiest, happiest life. All right, so let's give this pizza a try. Thanks for watching another episode of Tiki Pizza. What's that, Mookie? Mookie says nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. That just means if you don't get off the couch, you won't bite you in the ankle. See you next time on Tiki Pizza.